Okay, coming back with the second half of turn 5, the 8:45 turn. Coming up with the first AM here is going to be Stuart over here. So they are now congregated over here. So you can see most of Stuart's units are congregated right over here on the Confederate left. And I think what we're going to try to do is get them positioned up here to threaten the Union right a little bit more. Try to lock in Hooker in through here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and move them around here and see where I can position them. So starting off here, I'm going to look for the artillery, which there's no real artillery attacks here. I don't really want to get into a counter battery with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Range of 5. So they're in range is +1, but they're uphill. Yeah, it's really not going to have any good effect. So I think with the artillery, they're going to be just moving here a little bit when everybody else moves. So Stuart over here will move like this. First, we'll take Fitzhugh, Lee, B, and move 1, 2 to there. Try to lock up Gibbon here from recovering. And then for artillery, these guys are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 using strategic movement. And they will come with them as well. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we are going to have Fitzhugh, Lee, C, and the artillery over here. And there, I think they're just going to move straight ahead. 1, 2, and 2, 4 to there. That'll keep them in range as well. Then Hampton's units back here. I think for now we'll stay where they are. The same with Mumford over there as well. I think they're good. Just really want to kind of threaten Hooker so he has to pull back so that Jackson can recover a little bit more. So the next one is Sumner. Right there. So Sumner is crossing the Antietam. So he gets his first activation. We still have Longstreet, still have Jackson out there, so I'm not sure how aggressive he's going to be, but we do want to try to go after. There's a disordered unit down here of Anderson's that leads, that's on the road here, which potentially could be knocked out and give us some attack up there. But these artillery batteries up here are dangerous here as well, but we're going to try to have to go after them. Now, Cadwell is in the lead. Now, one of them here has been disordered, so he's going to have to try to recover, but we've got some others here that can potentially move up and join the attack. So I think we're going to have him go 1, 2 to there. And then we're going to have him go 1, 2, 3 to there. And then Richardson will go up with him, I think. Oh, I forgot to do the artillery. Richardson's artillery. So he'll move up, I think, and try to support in more of a supportive role. Because it would have been -1 uphill, just a +2. So I think, if he goes here, I think we'll move Richardson up here, Richardson's artillery up here as well. So Cadwell, Meagher, and I should do Meagher and Brooke as well. they can move up. So they could go 1, 2, and then it would be 3, 4. 1, 2. I think they'll stop there. And 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 as well. Cedric, that's French's guns over there. Okay, I think we got it sorted. So now for the attacks, just be this over here. So they have 2 choices to shoot at. Either one is fine. So they'll go after Cadwell B over there. So they're going to be a -1 for being disordered, +1 for terrain, open ground. So they'll need 7, 8 or higher. Roll a 9. Defensive fire doing its job throughout this game. So now it just becomes meager A attacking. So they're going to be a 1-to-1, just to the positive side of that. So open terrain will give them a 3-to-2 advantage. So it's going to be +1, and then +2 for the cohesion. So that's going to be a +3 in the end. So they need a 5 or higher with a +3. Well, 6 + 3 is 9. So the defender's going to retreat and take a cohesion test. So he'll go up with the reserve guns here, like so, and they will cohesion test at a 5. Roll a 7. So that means that they will be withdrawn from the battle, and they will go into our withdrawn box up there. So also meager A will advance right next to the guns. So that was a decent attack. Would have liked to have a higher result there, but with Cadwell getting disrupted, that kind of stopped him. Okay, coming over here to French's units, right here. They're going to continue their flank march to come over on the side. So we'll go 1, let's see, crossing, that's 2, sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6, using strategic movement. That should be, yeah, within range. So we'll go 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we have the next ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You know, these are lower quality units, but they may be just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I might as well go in for 6. And he'll wind up over there. And French's guns. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of line up over there. And then French himself will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Get a little bit closer. Okay, that just leaves Sedgwick back over here. And his advance. He's going to move up behind Richardson, so both of these units, let's say actually, I'd like to get some of these others. Howard, not the greatest here. So actually, I'm going to get him to move off-road here a minute. They will go 1, 2, 3, into the cornfield, and he will go with him. And then we will get Dana behind him, which are better units, and Gorman in front. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll join them. And Sedgwick will be up here, and I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I may move them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they can't get up there. Actually, they may move in with the reserve batteries there for now. Okay, that'll do it for Sedgwick. Oh, we do have one recovery you need to do here. Sorry. Back with Richardson. He's a 5 or less. Rolls a 9. Doesn't get it. Okay. Yeah, gotta remember my order of operations here. Okay. So there we have it for Sumner. Next one is going to be Franklin. This is the reinforcement. Okay. So that's all for them. Just a couple more chits to go here. We've got Longstreet. Okay, Longstreet. He's got a bit more going on here and kind of spread out. We've got Walker down here, which is still in good position. A couple reserve artillery. We've got Anderson, who's now starting to take the attack. We've got McLaws in reserve. We've got Hood up here supporting Jackson here as well as reserve artillery in there. So I think actually we'll start with the reserve artillery. This is a bit worrying here, so we may need to retire him back a little bit. And I think we'll do that. So let's see about firing. Could shoot over here, but it really does not have great range on it. He could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is within range for medium guns. 1. It's going to be uphill. Yeah, that's not going to be great. He's going to move. He will. He'll fire. I think he's going to try for this guy down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's a 4. He's within range, so it's 0. No terrain, so we'll need a 9 with a +4. 8 + 4 is 12. That is a hit. He'll go a cohesion test and see. So he's a 6 or less. Rolls a 1, so he's okay. Alright, so they fired. And then this reserve unit will fire down at fire at him. Range 2, short range, +0. So it'll be +1 on the dice. He's firing down 2 levels, so that'll get him a +1. So it's going to be 9 with a +2. 2 + 2 is 4. That is a miss. Okay. And then I think that's all for the artillery. Firing, that is. Moving, this one is going to go back 2. And then 4, 5 going uphill. And go under Anderson's command right there. Okay, that's all for the artillery. So next, I think we'll stay with Anderson here in the middle. His artillery will fire. This one firing straight ahead to 1, 2, 3. So he has a strength of 3, range of 3. That's +0. So it's a 9 with a +3 on the dice. That's a miss. Okay, Anderson's second artillery unit should be able to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to try to go for him. range of 5. He's in range, so it's +0. +2 for strength. He is up a hill, so it's +1, so +3 on the dice. 5 plus 3 is 8. That falls short. That's all for Anderson's artillery. Now for movement and attack. I think they're going to be staying on the defensive. Try to whittle down Sumner's attack. And we've got Evans over here too, which we'll do next. I think we will shift him to go 2 into there. 2 into there. 3 into there. I think. Yeah. And then he's fired. Got him and him. I really want to keep them there. Keep some open firing lanes. They're good. You guys are forming up over here. I think he's good as well. Alright, I think that's going to be it. So there won't be any attacks. And no recoveries. So we'll just take those off, and that's all for Anderson. Next, we'll take Evans right here. Now, Evans' guns can't see them. Or them. They can see them. They could take a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's long range, was in range, +1 on the strength, so +1 on the dice. So that's 9 with +1. Oh, gets 10. That's a cohesion check on Brook A. 6 or less. And he rolls a 2, so he's okay. And they'll kind of hold. Seeing as they fired, they will kind of hold there. So no attacking. Hopefully next turn we can adjust a little bit more. So that's all for Evans. So we've pretty much done here. I think we'll have McLaws. Well, McLaws isn't firing anything, so he will be doing some moving. He'll go 1 to there, 2, 3, and then 4, just to help stiffen over there, and also send some guns with him as well. I think that'll be it for McLaws for now. So that takes care of them. The last one we have is Hood. So we have Hood sitting right here with artillery here, here, units here, here, and here. So his artillery still blocked, so there's no firing. His units, he needs to move back. He needs to do something. I'm not sure what. Yeah. It's not great there. I'd like to get him recovered. He can move up under him, like so. And then he'll move back in there, like so. And then I think I'll just keep him in support of the artillery over here. Now the artillery could move up as well, but yeah, I don't think they will. I think they'll just move like that. So he will be no rally over there because he can't, because he moved. So that'll be it for Hood. So with that, that's the end of Longstreet's activation. Next one is Jackson again. So keeping our focus up here, Jackson's concentrated up here with Jones, Lawton, Hill, and his reserve artillery. There's one reserve over here. We'll go from there. So I think we'll start actually with the reserve artillery. And this artillery unit will fire straight ahead at Seymour and Anderson. Right here, 1, 2. So he's in range, it's short. So it's +0, strength of +3. Terrain is cornfield, so there's no modifiers. 9 with +3. That rolls a 6, that's a miss. He can't shoot at anybody, so he won't fire. He's in a bit of a mess back here. Can't really shoot over anybody. He could target Doubleday's guns here, but not real great. He could target Meade's units up here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Now that'd be an uphill shot. So it's a range of 6. He is an L, so he's in range, but it's going to be -1 for terrain, +2 for strength, +1 on the dice with a return fire. Yeah, +3 over there. Yeah, I'm not going to take that. That's a little bit risky. So he'll stay there. He could potentially shoot. Again at Meade, kind of at Meade. It's not really a great shot though, so I don't think he'll do anything. And the last one over here is this reserve artillery right here. He will actually take a shot at Richardson's group. 1, 2, 3. He will be a +3. He's long, so he's within range. His plunging fire, so it's going to be +4. So 9 with a +4. 4 + 4 is 8. That is a miss. That's a miss. So he is fired. Okay, any movement for them? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they're good where they are. Okay, we'll move over and now take a look at Jones over here. He's in a tough position because a lot of his units are disordered and he needs to recover. But they're away from everybody, so he should be able to recover everybody over here. So I think he'll do that. Let's check his artillery here. Again, nothing exciting here for the artillery. So the artillery will just stay where they are. And the units will try to recover. So we'll go across here, left to right. Starting with Warren, needs a 5 or less. Rolls an 8. Penn needs a 5 or less. Rolls a 1. And Stark needs a 6 or less. Rolls a 2. Alright, so we got 2 out of 3. Next we've got Lawton over here. His artillery, again, back here without too much to shoot at. So there'll be no artillery. Then we have 2 units in position to attack here. Push them back, which would be useful. They are in woods. These guys need all to recover back here. And Hayes is good to go back there. He should move up a little bit, which I think he will. He'll move 2 to there, and then 4 into there. And then I don't think they're going to attack them. I don't think they want to at this point. There's no real need to. It's just not a strong attack yet. So I'll hold off. And just be recoveries. We'll do this one and this 2 stacks. So we'll start with J.A. Walker. 6 or less. Rolls a 0, so he's back in good shape. And those, the top one, early B, rolls a 7, so he doesn't get it. Bottom one, Douglas, he needs a 6 or less. Rolls a 2. He's in good shape. Okay, so that's all for Lawton. Just some recoveries over there, which makes sense because it's Hooker is in the same boat, needing to recover as well. Last one we have is Anderson over here. And he's got some forces coming up against him, so he's going to get himself in shape quickly. So that'll be this unit here recovering. Now artillery, he can fire. Let's see. Oh, that's McCrae. I'll swing him back, I think. Help out over here. Go 1-2 into there. He's within range. He's a 1 strength. Plunging fire for +2. So he's a 9 +2 on the dice. That's a miss. Alright, his other artillery was eliminated. So that's all for the artillery. Next, movement. I think I'm going to bring McCrae 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Come back in command with Hill. They'll recover. They can't recover because they were withdrawn, but they'll just hold. He'll try to recover. He needs to. Yeah, it's a tough one. I think everybody else is staying there. Hill will just. Him and him will be the recoveries. So we'll take GB Anderson. B needs a 5 or less. Rolls a 5. Okay, so that line is strengthened a little bit. And then back over here, we'll get Rhodes. Needs a 6 or less. And he's in good shape. He rolls a 0. Good. So that takes care of them. So we've got the artillery, we've got that, we've got that. Okay, that's all for Jackson. And our last shit for the turn is going to be Hooker. Alright, kind of had a feeling that's what it was going to be. Alright, just reposition over here with Hooker. Now we've got Ricketts over here, very disordered. We've got Meade here in the middle, somewhat back in shape, but then we've got Doubleday over here with some issues here as well. So let's start with Ricketts over here. His units need to recover a little bit. So Hearts Off is going to move 2, 3, 4 right to there. And he'll be a no rally. Oh, excuse me, forgot to do artillery. Put him back for a minute. Ricketts artillery up here. 1, 2. Is in range with its strength of 2. Open terrain, so it's a 9 with a +2. 4. So that's a miss. So now we'll take Hearts Off and bring him back here. And he'll be a no rally. Christian, he can't really do anything because nobody can cover. He'd like to attack, but I think he's going to have to hold. And then we've got Hearts Off B. Yeah, he's got to stay there. So I think that's going to be it. For movement, there won't be any attacks. Just one recovery of Duryea right there. He's a 5, needs a 5 or less. Rolls a 9, doesn't get it. Okay, so that's all for Ricketts. Next, we'll go over to Meade. Meade's artillery will fire, I think, at Douglas. 1, 2. Actually, he'll get plunging fire there. So he'll be 3. So in range +0 for range. And then plunging fire will be 4. 9 with a +4. Rolls a 7. Doesn't get anything. Okay. So now, I think Meade's just going to try to recover Anderson. He's a 5. 5 or less. Rolls a 4. It's in good shape. Okay, and that's all from Meade. Now Doubleday, he's in a little bit more precarious position. He's got Stewart pushing, as well as these guys up here, and they're now positioned to flank him if they get too close. So, but they have pretty strong positions in these woods. He can't recover now, but Doubleday's artillery, he could get a shot at them, but he's going to be going over his guys, so a natural 2 would not be good. But I got to keep him out of there. So he's going to take the shot. The 2 is going to be not good over there. But so both guns are going to shoot. 1, 2, 3. They're in range. So it'll be 3 plus 2 for the second gun is 5. No terrain modifiers, no range modifiers. So it's a 9 with a +5 on the dice. So 1. It's a miss. And also he has a +2 cohesion check. 6. He's okay, just barely. Wow, that was dangerous, but dice rolls are very odd. Very odd indeed. Alright, so now for movement, he's actually going to take a step back to there. That's not great, but so there'll be no rally. And then the other ones, I think he should pivot this way. So I think that'll do it. Okay, so there's no rally on him. And he is fired. Okay. So that is all for the activations. The next thing we have is the withdrawal recoveries over here. So we've got 3 Union units that will attempt to recover. We've got Goodrich to start. He needs a 5 or less to come back on the board. Rolls a 4, so he can come back. He is part of Green's units, so he will go right around Green. Actually, he'll go with Green, I think. No, he'll go next door. Next one is Gordon A. He's a 5 as well, 5 or less. Rolls a 4, so he comes back on. Now remember, these guys coming back on, they can't recover. They're pretty much defensive units at this point. So I'll just mark those as well. And he's with Williams. Position him back here. Alright, the last one is Hoffman. He's also a 5. Rolls a 9. So he's eliminated. There's our first Union elimination. Alright, and then the only other one is going to move right from withdraw to recovery. And that will end our 8:45 turn and move us into 9:30. So we will kind of wrap it up there. We will wrap it up there, and we'll just bring you back to the main board, and you can see what's going on here. So a lot of recoveries over here for the last half. Not really exciting. A little bit of movement, but not too much on Jackson's front. Over here, Sumner has started his advance. That was the real biggest thing for this turn, and pushed this way. We also have the 6th Corps coming on, and the 5th Corps just right here as well. So with that, we'll move on to the 9:30 turn. There'll be a little bit more reinforcements for the Confederates, or for the Union, excuse me. Confederates don't get anything until 1400. But we'll move on to the 6th turn and go from there. So thanks for watching.